Welcome to the Supreme Grammar Podcast, where you can learn to write like a Supreme Court justice, with me, Jill Barton. In this episode, our AI hosts talk about how to cut the clutter and tighten your sentences. The justices get to the point quickly, and so can you. Let's listen in.
Okay, let's dive in. Today, we're tackling something really vital for anyone in the legal field, making your writing super concise.
Absolutely. We're talking powerful, clear writing, not just, cutting words for the sake of it.
And we're leaning heavily on the Supreme Guide to Writing.
Yeah, it really unpacks how Supreme Court justices write, how they get straight to the point.
Which is the goal, right? For law students, for practicing lawyers, writing directly, powerfully.
Exactly. Because concise writing, it isn't just about being brief. It signals authority.
And respect for the reader's time. You cut through the puffery, the heavy legalese.
Those wordy habits that just bury your point. Get rid of them.
So what's the core idea here from the guide?
Well, it highlights this great line from Justice Thomas putting a $10 idea in a 5-cent sentence.
I like that. Simple language for complex ideas.
Precisely. Making important stuff accessible, clear, impact without the clutter.
And the guide points out some specific techniques, right? Like how they start sentences.
Oh yeah, this is fascinating. They often kick off sentences with short conjunctions. Think and but or so, yet.
Much more often than the longer ones, like however or nevertheless.
Significantly more often, based on the guide's analysis. It kind of goes against that old grammar rule you sometimes hear.
It really does, but it sounds so much more, direct.
It is. The guide gives examples, like Justice Kagan saying, and that is only the half of it. Or, but that argument gets things backwards.
See? Right to the point. Adds force, pivots quickly.
And they even use so quite a bit, which some people avoid. But the justices use it effectively to show consequence.
That directness also shows up in word choice, I imagine.
Definitely. The guide stresses that experienced writers pick simpler words. They ditch the archaic stuff.
The kind of words first-year students might think sound lawyerly.
Exactly that. It's about choosing the easy word, the familiar one, pretty much every time.
So but instead of however.
Yes. And yet instead of nevertheless or nonetheless, use so instead of accordingly or consequently.
It just flows better, makes it easier for the reader.
It really streamlines the argument and this brevity idea. It extends to sentence length, too.
Okay, what does this guide say about that?
It notes that Supreme Court sentences average about 18 words, and the words themselves average 6 letters or fewer.
18 words, that's quite tight.
It is. It makes the reading experience faster, creates a certain rhythm.
Simple but not simplistic, right?
Exactly. Justice Kagan apparently said her conversational style takes a ton of work. It's crafted simplicity.
You see that power in some of the examples in the guide, those really short, punchy lines.
Yeah, like Chief Justice Roberts. The Constitution defines ours. 5 words.
Or Justice Sotomayor's, no one is fooled. Just bam.
Impossible to ignore. It shows you don't need a lot of words for authority or, deep meaning. Precision is key.
Okay, so wrapping this up based on the guide and the justices, the takeaway for better legal writing is?
Embrace those short starting conjunctions and, but so. Choose simple, concise words over clunky ones.
And keep sentences relatively short. Aim for that clarity and directness.
It takes practice, for sure. Developing this modern, concise style is a real skill, but it's crucial.
A style that really commands attention, makes your points land because they're just easier to grasp.
Makes you more persuasive.
Definitely. So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. When you deliberately choose to be concise, what message does that send?
Right. What does it say about your confidence in your argument? And maybe just as important, your respect for your reader's time.
Achieving that carefully crafted simplicity that Justice Kagan and others are known for isn't easy. Concise writing shows control, earns trust, and makes your point stick. Next time, we turn to etiquette in legal emails and texts, how to maintain a professional tone without sounding too stiff or too casual. And remember, you can be a great legal writer.